Huckabee, a little preview to Becoming with Beth tonight. So I'm here with one of my favorite people, Dr. Cuddy. Like, I love that name. He's my plastic surgeon. Dr. Cuddy. Think about that. I love that.
It's perfect.
And my dentist
It's
is
perfect. That's why I did it.
no, my dentist is Dr. Gore. Like, I gotta keep that rolling.
As long as you have a good sense of humor, right?
So anyways, guys, I'm really big about investing in myself inside and out. So mind, body, spirit, soul. I'm very intentional about how I show up and who I am. You have to be, or life can be messy. And so I pray, I exercise, I eat right. You know, I'm in a lot of personal development. I surround myself with really great people that are uplifting. And I also get some little touch-ups here and there. And guys, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing wrong with it. And in fact, I think that it's sad that we have this false idea that getting plastic surgery should be hidden, because it's just like all the other things you do to make yourself show up big and have confidence in the world. And so today, Dr. Cuddy is gonna put some, what are you doing to me today?
Well, we're going to do a little Botox, which is for the little lines that are on your, not, well, actually, right now, it's hard to tell because there aren't any. But, you know, for the little lines. And then we're going to put some fillers in, we're doing this area, right?
We're doing
here.
Here and here.
Right, so kind of smoothing out all the contours. It's actually really helpful for people who have to do Zoom now, because all the lighting is overhead. And so you see all the shadows and things. And even though Beth's little line here, it's not very deep, it makes a shadow. So now you'll look a whole lot better when you're in the on the camera.
I've been noticing that,
Yeah.
I was like, that looks really bad, and it was just a shadow.
Yeah, now I've seen tons of people who are noticing that about themselves and want to, you know, do something so that their skin looks a lot smoother when they're on camera. But you're already pretty. You don't need very much, but it's a good example.
Actually, everyone's already pretty. Just getting a little touch up to be prettier.
Yes.
So, I mean, for me, I had shingles for the majority of my life. I get them 7 times a year, so my face was very, very scarred. This guy actually did a couple of acid pills on me that helped clear my skin. And then I've had some staph infections, which leads to some like disfigure.
Well, you get some lumpiness and things in the skin.
Yeah.
From those.
And that's what one of the main reasons I'm here today. So, guys, this guy's an expert. Look him up. He's got a YouTube channel with lots of raving fans. He's done some great work on me. Chi-Chi's out. And yeah, so look him up. Check him out. He is in Sugar Land, Texas. So let's go.
Beautiful personality, face and body.
All right. Let's get the fun started.
Yeah, so
yeah, tell
first thing
everything.
is the Botox. This is, you know, the really easy little tiny shots. All right.
All right, let me lean back. Close my eyes.
Relax, close your eyes. So mainly the closing eyes is just so I don't poke you in the eye with my finger. That doesn't hurt, right?
No. I have
Are you
super high
just saying
pain.
that?
No, I actually have super high pain tolerance, guys. I don't know if you had people without super high pain tolerance.
Men, usually.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Men can't handle very much.
Women like have babies.
Yeah, everything's easier on women for injections and things like that. Oh, with the men, it's not really so much that it actually hurts. They just get a lot more anxious about it. Okay.
Yeah,
Making sure we don't get a bruise.
Yeah, plastic surgery is and touch-ups is not just for women, right?
Men do it all the time.
It's for everyone.
Usually with the men, what I've found is that they show up with somebody else, like a girlfriend or a wife or whatever it is, and they use the opportunity being here to kind of ask about things, and then they end up having little things done here and there. Here's for the crow's feet.
Yeah.
This is a little tiny, we call it a 32 gauge needle. So the bigger the number, the tinier the needle. Is like a little wire almost. It's so small. You know what Beth's saying about plastic surgery and injections and all that being something that there's no reason to be embarrassed about. It's really true, because it's not really anybody else's business how you feel about doing these things. If it makes you feel better, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm not just saying that because I do it, but I do see that there's a lot of guilt with people having these things. I mean, you know so many women who do this stuff, and I'm sure you've seen that. Right? So many people are telling them not to do it, or they have to keep it a secret because they're afraid someone's going to say something to them.
Yeah, I mean, I have several friends that have gotten plastic surgery of some type and didn't get advice, hid it from people. And guys, life is about education. Like, you need to know and understand. Don't go to some shady hotel place, which I see that a lot. You've seen that a lot.
Yeah, garages.
Yeah, that's how that whole botch thing came on TV,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, a lot of people perform these procedures because they simply think that it must be really easy, because a lot of it looks really easy, but there's a lot of stuff you can do to make somebody look terrible if you're not careful.
Yeah, so be unashamed. Ask questions, educate, research your doctors. And when I researched for the doctor to go to, one of the big things that I look for is personality, and if there's like a connection. I don't want somebody that's just like vanilla, doing something super personal to me without having a connection.
It should be slightly enjoyable instead of kind of a drudgery having to do this, right?
Yeah, so when I had my kids, my doctor, my real name's Mary, if y'all didn't know that, and he would never call me Beth. And so I'm having my baby, and he's like, "Hush, Mary." I'm like,
Who are you talking to?
Like, that's not personal to me. So I'm intentional about researching about who I partner with.
The only reason that we call her Beth is that we got corrected the first time. Pretty aggressively, too. All right, so
What do I need to do?
I'm going to first give you passing.
Are you getting all you can move around? Yeah, guys, if this is something you're ever thinking about, like, think about what it is you want to do, and then think about how would this make you feel after you did it. What are the results you want?
Yeah, I actually think a lot of the patients who say that other people were telling them not to do it. Yeah. Sometimes it's actually jealousy. Other people feel like they would like to be able to do it, but for whatever reason they don't. And they wish they could. They try to talk other people out of it. All right, so let's just kind of confirm what we're doing. This main thing here,
Yeah,
you
I
can
want
look at it, yeah.
this. I want my chin back.
To even out all this
Yeah,
area, right?
even that, and then even that.
Yeah, okay. So
It's always that one little space that had that staph infection.
Yeah, where this little depression is?
Yeah, give me a chin.
Yeah, there's a tiny, when you say chin, you mean this part or here?
Well, I mean that, but you form it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How you press on it,
This
like
is your
do.
jaw. I'm gonna end up putting it in front if you say chin.
I'm bossy.
Here we go, yes, that's true. Okay. And this is the kind of thing that, I was talking about. If you just squirted a bunch of this filler, then it's not gonna do what it's supposed to. And these are little fine adjustments anyway, trying to make little areas smooth. You can shape it a little bit. So along the way, this initial thing is very, very small amounts, just to even it out, and then we can fill the rest of the shape after that. So take a look there and see if the
Oh my gosh, so much better.
smoothed out. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you're looking at it now, is there some other, like in that area? Oh, there's a little.
Yeah, that's where that staph infection was, right there.
Okay. One little tiny groove here. They seem like minor things, but if you're wearing makeup and other stuff and you otherwise get that surface smooth, if you can still see little shadows and depressions, then It just doesn't look quite as good, but again, it's a zoom thing. All right, so that's even. Now filling it in, take a look in the mirror again, just so we can both look at what you want. So you want to fill in like this area here, and
Yeah, I
then
wanna,
here too.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like definitely. Is my eye gonna go up? See that? Will this come up?
Your eyebrow will.
Okay.
Then
Perfect.
put some of it here. Yeah.
Okay.
Squint your eyes.
See that?
There's a
Yeah.
muscle that does that. That's what
Uh-huh.
makes the crow's feet. So,
Crow's
but
feet.
well, that's what we call them. I know it sounds bad. The weakening this part of the muscle will allow your eyebrow to come up a little bit,
Okay. Perfect.
and not like that, which is what a lot of people are afraid of. All right. So let me do this part first up here.
Okay.
So that. The fun thing about filler injections is you see it right away. What does this feel like? Does it hurt?
Nope.
This filler actually has some local anesthetic mixed into it already.
What is a filler? What are we putting in there?
This is an HA filler, which is hyaluronic acid. They make it in the company manufactures it, but it's part of your skin already. So it's a very well tolerated thing. And I can kind of shape it a little bit so that it's sitting evenly. Make sure get it to settle right where it's supposed to be. And there's not all these, I don't suggest all these restrictions like not being able to walk around, you have to have your head elevated and all that, because I don't think most of that really makes that much of a difference. You don't have to make it any more complicated than it actually is. All right, so that's better.
So what do you think, guys? Y'all ready to do this?
Let's see if you can tell. Look at me. Yeah, you can tell in the mirror. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
In the camera. Good. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more on the top part of this, and then move over to the other side. There we go. All right, take a look there.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of funny if you make the whole thing like all the way up to here. You can't make this little groove go away because then that's a normal part of your face and it looks kind of funny.
I'll be testing it tonight on my Facebook
Don't
Live.
worry, no chipmunks.
Be coming with Beth. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Oh, I gotta tune in. Is it every Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Every Thursday night, be coming with Beth.
You won't be disappointed. Beth is probably one of the most energetic women I've ever met. And very inspiring.
Aw,
No, really.
hearts.
Is that an emoji that you can say?
It's my gang sign.
You can say that?
My gang sign. Heart.
Oh, cool. It's your, a little bit more here. I try to economize it, like Beth, I don't just put tons and tons of stuff just so you have to pay a fortune for it. Do as much as possible with the first couple syringes and then work your way down to the less bothersome things. If you want more, you can always use more. ended up using most of that on these two. These were the more obvious ones, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough to do these, and then, you know, kind of prioritize, right?
Yes.
If somebody wants more filler, you can always use more filler, but I don't want to use it all up in something that I didn't really care that much about. Actually, I use all of it already. Do you want me to still do something with the chin? I can,
Yeah, let's
I can get it on.
Yeah, let's get another one then. I'll keep talking.
Talk to your audience. Let me give you an ice pack, actually.
Yeah, and so my goal is actually, I want a facelift. I do.
No, it does. You know, there's
Because-
nothing says you can't have a facelift unless unless you're sagging all the way down to the ground, right?
Yeah.
If there's a procedure that will make you look better, then it's totally reasonable to do. There's nothing that says you can't do it.
So you're getting another.
I am, but you have.
What do I have?
Well, there's a little.
I'm bleeding.
Doesn't look good. Yeah, a little hemorrhage. All right, coming right back.
Yeah, and so I actually was looking into that. I mean, I'm 51. You know, as you get older in age, your muscles start to like weaken, and you know what? I just look at what I continually spend on getting fillers and stuff, which has been awesome. So I've done fillers and things for about the last 10 years. So from 40 to 50. I didn't start at 17, kids. I've had 4 kids. You know, your body changes. And so I exercise all the time, and I really try to eat healthy. And so when I looked at things that I have no control over, which is the sagging skin, right? Even if you do a great face regimen and other things, there's still things that are just gonna happen naturally. Like, this is a body, you know.
You can't beat gravity.
No. And so, yeah, facelift is in my future. I was trying to do it during the pandemic, but man, life got exciting, so I've been everywhere.
Yeah, you've been really busy this last several months.
It's been fun.
Especially this last year. That's what I mean. Beth has got a lot of energy. At least what I do, I just have to do it here. I don't have to go anywhere. So look in the mirror again, and let's just make sure that we're looking at the same thing.
That looks so good. Doesn't it look so good?
Yes.
See if you have to look at that on a video.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do the same thing over here. See,
Yeah.
I love that.
Fill that in. Okay. So, is that, can you see that little, this area is a little sunken in compared to this and this. So we'll even it out. That way you get a nice straight jawline.
Make me prettier.
Prettier. I don't think anyone looking at Beth would guess that she's got kids. Usually, it's hard to maintain your body this way, huh? I love these fillers. You can mold it, and it's like clay. All right, so take a look at that. How's that?
Oh, that looks good.
Is that the idea?
Man, you said something that was really key. Just by looking at someone, you never know, right? You don't know what they're going through, what they're feeling, what they're experiencing.
Yeah.
I mean, people look at me and think, oh, Beth, you're happy and you have fun and you travel and you this and you that. But man, I'm a person just like everyone else.
Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes, you just gotta kind of cover it up how you feel, because you could look happy, you could look sad. No one actually knows. Some of the comments that people make on social media about other people when they see their pictures, they have no idea what those people are, dealing with. They say such terrible things.
Yeah, what their story is or how they got here.
don't judge by a picture. Right?
Mm-hmm. Because what I've heard about me is I look like a snob, but then you meet me and I'm so nice.
Somebody said you look like a snob.
Oh yeah. They called
Why?
me.
Because you're pretty?
Yeah. They've called me Malibu Barbie, and I was like, I don't have blonde hair. See, another judgment.
I know when I was in high school, I was assumed all the pretty girls were snobs, but that wasn't always true.
Listen, your outside is not who you are, it's your heart. So,
Plenty of people look nice and turn out to be snobs.
mm-hmm.
All right. So this is, you take a look in the mirror. This one, they're both kind of straight, but this one needs a little bit
Yeah.
more fullness to kind of match that one now, right?
Yeah. See, on that side, I had a staph infection. This side.
Yeah, so the skin, are you able to actually see it?
Mhm.
If you look really carefully, there's a little bit of a difference in the color. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
In that texture, so this area is a little flatter than the other side because of the. So, and this is where I filled in that very, very outside of that bump, and now I can make the volume of this area a little fuller to match that other side, so that it's flat, like that one. So look at that, and see if we're getting closer. Look.
That looks good, yeah, I can see that.
So one last little, and this is underneath where there's one of those little scars. And this will push that out so it's even. It's really all about shadows. You make a shadow go away, everything looks so much smoother.
Wow.
Yeah, now it's even.
Scars, the scars of life, right? How we cover them up.
There's nothing you can't make better, right? And if you got something like this that bothers you when you look at yourself, you know, like Beth, who cares what somebody else thinks?
Exactly. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of my friends that I've asked to go live, right? To come live and like share their story. And even this, it's like, I could never do that.
What?
Like, show up and be vulnerable. Like, be
Oh.
vulnerable, be real. Like, this is
Oh, that they're saying that.
Yeah,
You know.
that I'm asking, you know, hey, like, and I know friends now are watching, I can never get on camera and let people see, be basically naked, you know,
Yeah.
about who you really are. Like, this is who I am, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. And part of my life is Dr. Cuddy. So, he's improved my life.
Part of all of our lives is Beth. We always look forward to it when we see your name on the schedule. I actually did say that when I saw your name. I said, "Oh, Beth's coming." Okay. So a little bit of molding all of this, make sure that it looks exactly like it's supposed to. And you don't have to leave an office after a filler injection looking all lumpy. There's a lot of people who think that that's how you're supposed to look. You should be able to go and do something right afterwards and not look like you got beaten up. Even all that up. All right, take a look there. We get it?
Yeah, that looks good. What do you think?
You look great.
Give me some hearts.
Yeah, and no blood now.
Yeah, and the cool thing, I'm literally going out in the field to go walk into businesses to introduce myself so I can help small business owners protect their dreams through insurance products. That's what I do, Seth and Beth.
Yeah,
And-
there's actually, no, really with that, there's a big difference between selling something and explaining to somebody what will actually help them. And really, I mean, I try to do it the same way.
Yeah.
I don't care if somebody spends a lot of money on surgery, even if they only have to, do something really small. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. And it feels good, right?
Yeah, and it's really about helping people, serving people. How can I know what I know, right? I know the gifts I have, the magic I have, how I show up. They're like, you're here with this gift to help others. And we make money at our passion.
Yeah, and it should just come naturally, if you like what you're doing and helping other people.
Yeah, educate, serve, and if you're fortunate enough to serve in your passion.
The rest of it comes on its own.
Yes. Okay, guys.
By itself.
So if you have ever looked in the mirror and thought, oh, I'd like this touched up, or, just go get educated. That's what we're talking about. Dr. Cuddy will talk to you for free.
Yeah, somebody walks out of here, doesn't want it or not ready for it, I have no problem with that. And that was the same thing here, We talked about a lot of things, and I think it started with Botox, right?
It started with Botox. It led to, let's just get real about everything I've had done. So you did my eyes, remember?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that was kind of not fun.
Yeah, but you ended up doing okay.
It was amazing. So I am allergic to hair dye, and so I'd put hair dye in my hair, and my face would swell up. And what happened? This side of my face was saggy. That's why I remember I looked at it. It was a while back.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
So he took the loose skin. I don't know, what's this procedure called?
Blepharoplasty.
He took the loose skin from here, and he tightened it up, and that was one of the things I've had done. One of the first things I've had done with him.
Yeah, surgery wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that it's the same thing with grooves. You got a groove under your eye. It's really from the bag, and not because that groove is supposed to be there. Somebody puts a filler into that groove, it looks terrible. It ends up looking like you have allergies or something. But make that groove go away, and
yeah, because I thought I could put filler in, and you're like, oh no, we cannot do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's not good for you. And so then I also had a dye, a cyst in my eyelid.
Yes.
So surgically, so that's just not, he cut the cyst out and put my eyelash line back together.
That's actually one of those things that it might not be something other people really focus on, but in your case, it was making a little spot where there wasn't an eyelash or two, and then so it was like two eyelashes, and there was a gap in between.
Yeah, I wore fake eyelashes. Yeah, these are my real eyelashes. You see them, they're long. I wore fake eyelashes forever because I had this cyst in my eyelid, and I had no eyelashes. Like I could never grow eyelashes there. And so when he cut it out and put my eyelash line back together, and now I actually have real eyelashes.
No gap.
And no false ones, no false eyelashes. So that was him. What else have you done?
They're pretty.
I know. Isn't that amazing? And then let's see, I've done my lips a couple of times.
Yeah, fillers.
Did fillers a couple of times, and
just shaping it, like they're silly.
Yeah.
They're just nice and plump.
No one sees my lips right now usually, so.
He's nice.
And then one of the biggest things I think that Dr. Cuddy, Let's Spikes' surgery has done was because of my face. So I had a very low immune system because I was abused in my first marriage, which if you watch Becoming with Beth, you're part of my heart gang, you know my story, my background story of the severe abuse I went through. And because of that, my immune system shut down, which led to shingles. And I'd get those 7 or 8 times a year. Shingles usually happen like maybe once when you're older. And I was 20 up to almost 40. And so my face, and they were on my face was severely scarred. And I felt really ugly. Even though I know who I am and whose I am, I felt ugly because of my scars. I would never go out without makeup. And he was like, I can do this medical acid pill on you. And you did it the first one, you did it twice. I don't know if that's the technical.
Well, a TCA pill. It's a chemical, but it's not anything that's it's not dangerous. It just takes off a little bit of skin on the surface. It's the same idea as with microdermabrasion or other kinds of light peels. Just get rid of some of the skin. And this one, just with one treatment, you end up getting rid of enough that it really smooths it out a lot.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning of my recovery of healing my face and my confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And you did that twice, and yeah, that was probably one of the best things that really changed, because the reason we do these things isn't just to be prettier, it actually builds your confidence. The same reason you work out, confidence and health, right?
Yeah, that's actually a really good example of what you were saying before about other people not needing to say something about you wanting to have a, you know, cosmetic surgery or, you know, chemical peel or whatever it is, because something that another person might perceive as a minor thing, like maybe a little scar here and there, they don't know how that happened. And sometimes it's a really, you know, it's a car accident or being abused or, you know, like a burn, and they have no idea how it makes that person feel. You know, it may be something that looks really minor, but every time that person looks at it, they're thinking about it. You get rid of it, and they're usually a totally different person because they're not constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, what it connects to.
Yeah.
That's so good. The other huge thing you did, so I found a lump in my breast. Like, you've done a lot with me.
Oh, yeah.
I found a lump, and it was a pretty big lump. And thank God it was not cancerous, but it was huge. And he took it out for me while I was awake, right? Was I awake? Yeah. I've done a lot of things
That
awake.
didn't have to be major surgery, you know.
So, but that was a huge, and I get to take pictures of all the stuff he takes out. It's fun too. So not only is he doing things that people, you know, are for like touch-ups, right? But you're doing some pretty
You can
cool.
do pretty significant procedures with somebody awake. It's just about giving anesthetic and making sure that it can be given safely and reasonably comfortably so that you can get through that part. And Beth was fairly skittish early on in our, you know, knowing each other, yeah. But has gotten significantly better. And there's obviously there are procedures that you cannot do with somebody awake, and it's not, you know, it's not safe or, you know, whatever to do when they're awake. But this is the same kind of thing. Being able to do a procedure with somebody awake is often it's the difference between that person actually being able to go through and do it and not.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do it, then they might be missing out on that ability to feel better about themselves simply because they feel like, you know, maybe it's too costly to be under general anesthesia, or everyone tells them it's not that bad, don't do that, because you don't need to be, you know, having general anesthesia and making it a big hospital thing and all that, and it's dangerous and everything else. But making it a lot more kind of comfortable doing it away, comfortable processing, having the procedure and everything, makes it easier for you to get past that and actually do it, and then you get an opportunity to feel better about yourself.
Yeah, so this guy, there's a few other things you've done. Oh yeah, my theme, shoulders back and chi-chis out, ladies. Put your crown on, stilettos, let's go. So yeah, this was last year.
Yes.
So, and that was it. I had implants put in 10 years ago, and then and I'm so glad I had them redone, because when he went in there, he found that my implant had wrapped around my rib.
Yeah, when you get that scar that forms around an implant, it'll grab onto anything that's nearby, and sometimes it's the rib, it might be muscle, but you know, it can hurt sometimes. You move your arm around, it's pulling on all those things, it makes it difficult to function. That's another thing, other people don't have any idea that might be going on, but for the person who's dealing with it, it's terrible.
Yeah. So I can just tell you guys, I am unashamed about who I am and how I show up in this world. And plastic surgery to me, getting touch-ups, living my best life, like sexy juicy, right? Like, life is about relationship and partnerships, and he is a great partner to have in my world.
We've all been very inspired by Beth too, because every time Beth comes in here, she's full of energy, lots of great advice, personal advice, and we always feel better when that visit's over and we're just waiting to see your name on the schedule again.
Yeah. Life's too short. Make every moment fun. Make every moment fun. If there's something inside of you that, you know, is holding you back, or that you look at yourself in the mirror, like, you should be looking out at yourself in the mirror and saying, you're freaking amazing every day. And if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and be like, man, I feel ugly, and there's something you can do about it, whether it is through exercise or speaking to someone or food or plastic surgery or whatever it is, take those steps. You're not alone. Don't keep going alone. Life is about relationships and gifts. We all have gifts to help each other. So
yeah, you almost I don't think we're aware of all these gifts that you had for a long time, right? And then now you're spreading the joy.
spreading the love,
yes.
The magic. I call it the magic. We all have magic. So anyways, Lux Plastic Surgery.
And Beth.
Look him up. YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel?
Well, it's Lux Plastic Surgery is the YouTube channel, and then there's Instagram and Facebook, and just all kinds of places. We like having videos just like this one. It's fun, and I think very informative. It makes people a lot more comfortable with what they're doing to themselves. Who cares what somebody else thinks?
Who cares? I don't.
It doesn't.
Sometimes I care what my husband thinks.
Because he thinks you look pretty anyway. But he gets it. He gets it. That's the best part.
He's very supportive. Do you remember when he came in here and he was telling you how to fix my butt?
Yeah, he was sitting on the chair nearby and he was directing traffic there.
He's like, make it go up. Your butt needs to go up.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And I'm sure he's out there watching this too.
But anyways, well, thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed this and learned something, and will take some action steps to something in your life that's going to help you grow more confidence, to show up with more magic, to put on your crown. And guys, I don't know what guys put on their crown too. Some guys may put on stilettos.
I've found I have trouble walking.
Well, thank you. Y'all get my gang sign. Hey, tune in to Becoming with Beth every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I challenge everyone to rip their duct tape off, find their voice, and share your story, because your story is unique, you're unique, and you're magic. All right. You ready? Peace out.